Hey you guys, today I will be talking to you about the molecule tetrahydropyran. This structure contains 5 carbons, 10 hydrogens, and 1 oxygen. Although the carbons and hydrogens are not explicitly shown, it is understood that these carbons have hydrogens that are attached to them in order to fulfill the octet rule, which states that atoms are stable when they have 8 electrons in their valence shell. The oxygen in this molecule has 2 lone pairs because it is in its most stable form. This molecule is a liquid at 25 degrees Celsius, has a melting point of negative 45 degrees Celsius, a boiling point of 88 degrees Celsius, 16 sigma bonds, 0 pi bonds, and a molecular weight of 86.13 grams per mole. In this structure, you can see that it has an oxygen that is sigma bonded to 2 other atoms. Since these carbons are bonded by sigma bonds, they are sp3 hybridized. Moreover, this molecule exists in a ring form. This ring represents a degree of unsaturation. There are more ways to represent a molecule that has a degree of unsaturation. It can be shown to have double bonds or triple bonds. The more rings and pi bonds you have, the more degrees of unsaturation the molecule has. If you decide to run this molecule through a carbon NMR or hydrogen NMR, you will be able to see the uniqueness of the carbon and hydrogen atoms in this molecule. Although tetrahydropyran has 5 carbons, it only has 3 unique carbons. If you look at this carbon and this carbon, you will see that they're both bonded to the oxygen, which means that will show the same signal in a carbon and hydrogen NMR. If you look at these 2 carbons, they are attached to the same environment, which means they will have a unique signal. And this carbon, although it's by itself, will have a signal in there because there's nothing like it in the molecule. And this also goes for the hydrogens as well because they are attached to these carbons. You can form a hydrogen ratio out of the unique hydrogens. These carbons right here that are attached to the ether will have 4 total hydrogens. These carbons right here will also have 4 total hydrogens and then this one will have 2, which adds up to be 10 total hydrogens. Today, I will be showing you how to make tetrahydropyran with the Snatoms kit. For the carbons, I will be using 5 black atoms. For the oxygen, I will be using 1 red atom. And for the hydrogens, I will be using 10 white atoms. So first, I will start by making the ring. I'm going to attach the oxygen so I can form the ether functional group, and I will attach the last carbon to the ether group. Once these are all connected, you will see that this is a ring. A ring represents a degree of unsaturation. Next, I will add the hydrogens to the molecule. This is the tetrahydropyran as shown by the Snatoms kit. As you can see, these 2 carbons or methylene groups will be the same because they are attached to the ether. These 2, right here and right here, will be the same because they are in a different environment from this. And this one will be the same, the unique one, because it's the only one of its kind in this molecule. So because of that, these 2 will project one signal, these 2 will project another signal, and this one will project the other one. So 3 unique carbons, 3 unique hydrogens, all that exist in this Snatoms kit of tetrahydropyran. Thank you.